Hello everyone. I'm out here at on the Cedar Breaks Trail at Lake Georgetown. I'm going to do the technical loop and end up at the waterfall, so stay tuned. Should have some good footage if it's not too muddy. Wearing my Altra Olympus 4s today, which are my, I guess, maximum protection shoes. I'm sporting a tank top today. It's hot. It's about getting close to 90 degrees, but it's overcast. Hello.
Hi.
You can see we do have some mud out here. Wow, we have quite a bit of water. When we get close to the lake, I hope it's not a problem. This is kind of a boring part of the trail, but easy conversational pace. It gets very technical. About halfway in, there's a lot of granite, erosion, really sharp rocks, and then the end of the trail has a pretty neat waterfall. Also some longhorns. Gets close to one rancher's place. Yeah, when I came in this park, it's managed by the Army Corps of Engineers, it's always been free if you park your car outside the park and walk in. It's only a quarter mile. I got to the trail and there's a sign that says, "Did you buy your day use pass?" I never heard of that. Something must be something new. Looks like they're trying to make money now. Okay, a little bit of technical section here. This kind of rock, no problem, but the granite uprunning, the granite areas, you gotta be very careful. Hello.
How's it going?
Yeah, right foot's a little bit sore. I don't know why. Have been running a little bit more this week, trying to ramp up. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Rock's a little bit slippery. This is a popular trail. A lot of people come out here. Also come out here with their dogs. But sometimes they don't put a leash on their dogs. Hello. On your left.
Carl Road.
Start to go uphill. A lot of switchbacks. Some other people take the shortcut. Shortcuts are against my religion. I'll take it easy a little bit. Anyways, subject of today's vlog is a little bit different. I don't talk about running. Talk about electronics manufacturing. The whole world is coming to a screeching halt. I know because I work in electronic manufacturing. About a year ago, automobile sales took off, but more importantly, consumer electronics, computers, mostly computers, laptops. You know, people need stuff to work from home. And oh, I took the wrong turn. I almost went back down the shortcut. Been a year and a half since I've been out here. Anyways, it's a global shortage of ICs. IC is integrated circuit. It's basically the brain of every PCBA, as we call them, printed circuit board assembly, or it's the electronics board, layman's terms. Every device has one. Every device needs a microcontroller, which does all the main active actions in an electronic assembly. Doesn't matter if it's a coffee maker or supercomputer or a car. Cars have a lot of controllers now because they're so electronic now. Oh man, look at this mud. Well, I'm gonna break my rule and do a little shortcut on the side here because I don't want to run through all that slop. Anyways, like I was saying, even cars can have up to 50 microcontrollers now. And you got computers, they have one. Anyways, and then you got devices like the company I work for. We have one in every digital sign we make. We make 15,000 a day. Right now, hold on a sec. Gotta get through the mud. Hello. Anyways, all the companies have been plagued with shortage since last year, and this keeps getting worse. We got a snowplow effect going on, so orders are getting pushed into the fall. Everybody's getting about 50%, 75% of what they need. Some companies are getting zero. I have one supplier that makes an IC. They have 950 customers for the IC I buy, and we're one of 50 customers getting ICs. The rest of the 900 are not getting anything. That means those companies are going to shut down. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. So we're a little bit lucky on that point. Hey guys. But let's talk about ICs a little bit. They're suppliers to the people who make ICs. So you got the lead frame, which is basically a stamped metal frame that the wafer goes in, and then it gets molded plastic on it, tested, and then you got an IC. The wafer has basically got all the traces inside that make up what the IC does, basically. It's all custom. Well, the two main wafer makers, UMC, TSMC, both in Taiwan, they have about a 6 to 8 month backlog now, and they're on allocation. Well, same as the other guy I was just mentioning, but the other guy I just mentioned they don't make their own wafers. Most people buy their wafers. The IC companies buy their wafers from TSMC. Well, they got a 6-8 month backlog, so everything's coming to a screeching halt. So, hold on a second, we'll continue the story. So, a lot of people. On your left? On your left? Oh, on your left.
Mike behind you.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
On your left.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Oh. A lot of dogs. I'm a little more careful when I see what breed of the dog it is. If it's a pit bull, like that was, need to make sure the leash is in control. Some people have dogs that are stronger than they are. And one thing's for sure, dogs don't like runners. So,
Hi.
oh, didn't mean to scare her. Down to the lake now. Let's see if we can get a cliff shot in a minute. That's the bad thing about GoPros. They don't zoom in very well. And they also don't film very well at night. It's kind of a high vegetation area. Also, usually see more snakes in this area. Mostly gardener snakes. I try to go down to, stay down close to the river so I can catch frogs. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see one. Maybe not, it's too much traffic. Oh, on your left? Oh, on your right?
Sorry.
It's okay. Up here is where the granite section starts. On your left. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not that fast of a runner, mid-packer, but around hikers I feel like a superstar. Nice view of the lake. Some boats out there today. Fishing, it's not that good, but a lot of people come out here to ski. Today is pretty smooth. Would be a pretty good day for skiing. This is a more difficult area. Hello.
Hello.
This is an area that you don't want to fall down. It's not granite. I don't know why I said that before. It's just rock, limestone or something, I don't know. But it's been eroded over a long time. Very jagged. It will cut you up. You can see the lake. It's a pretty big lake. However, we're just 30 minutes north of Austin. This lake has a trail that goes all the way around it. It's called the Goodwater Loop. And there are a couple races that are held out here. There's a single Goodwater Loop and a double. Goodwater Loop is exactly, I think it's 26 miles. So the double is 52 miles. Doesn't look like that big of a lake. But the way the trails go, you're out there a while. I've run it. It takes me about, took me almost 5 hours. On one far side of the lake, there is a lot of high grass, so it's like I said, there's snakes out here. So running through the high grass, it's kind of like running the gauntlet. I've never seen a rattlesnake out here, though. However, we do have them out here. It's mostly water snakes. But I'll tell you what, when you see one on a narrow trail across the trail right in front of you, it scares the shit out of you. It's happened to me a couple times. Anyways, getting back to my story. So we got the wafer makers, TSMC, which has about 15 plants in the world, and just announced they're building 5 in the US. I already have some here. They're basically the mafia for getting wafers. They have a huge backlog. So does UMC. There's some other foundries too, but some of them are in China. Not anybody's allowed to buy from them anymore because it's military risk. So the whole world's slowing down. Like I said, summary of the story is all electronics companies are slowly coming to a screeching halt. And it doesn't look like it's going to get any better until maybe midway through 2022. So my job's kind of difficult right now because I'm in purchasing. So I feel for all the purchasing people out there, because usually most of the other rest of the company are like, oh, I just find parts. You can't even buy parts from brokers right now, and brokers are the people that sell at a higher price. ICs are gone. We're still in production, but volume's a little bit lower than it should be. Some companies are completely stopped. That's why you read it here in the news about auto factories shutting down for a couple of weeks. It's because they can't get ICs. And it's really hard on companies. Imagine if you're making cars. You got all the parts there, which is a lot of money. And you're missing some IC to control the CPU in the car, or even control the windshield wipers. Everything has an IC now. Pretty tough. Anyways, that's my electronics update for the day. But anyways, not complaining. It's just a difficult world right now, and we're all working to try to make it better. And the IC companies are trying to expand as fast as they can, but a fab that makes the wafers, they're huge facilities, clean rooms. I mean, the people wear space suits because even a speck of dust on a wafer can mess it up. So these things take like 2-3 years to build. So the only thing we can hope is that the consumer demand goes down, which I think it will. I mean, how many computers can people buy? People are starting to go back to the office. So why do you... Everyone should have a computer at home by now. We've been going through this for over a year. Well, anyway, that's my logic. That's why it's hard to buy computers right now. I was trying to buy another gaming PC. We got several in my house. My kids are very serious gamers. My son's very good at Fortnite. I told him to keep getting better. Try to balance it, make sure he plays outside a lot, but he's a serious gamer. Some people say, why do you let your kids play computer so much? Well, they like it. It's a virtual world. there's a lot of money in it. In Fortnite, the kid that won the Fortnite tournament this year won $3 million. 11-year-old won $3 million. Yeah, that's correct. By playing a online computer game, which is a very challenging game. I try to play it with my son sometimes because he don't want to play by himself. Usually plays with his friends online or his sister, younger sister. His younger sister's 5. She can play it. I'm telling you, kids these days, they know more about computers than I did in college. Now my son, a few days ago, started his own YouTube channel about gaming. If you have children, check it out. It's called Eli. My son's name's Eli. Eli Panda Gaming. Why Panda? They like the panda. They're both born in this. Eli and Ella were both born in the Chengdu, which is the city where all pandas come from in China. Far west China. And we still have a house there. Anyways, they like the panda. And his online gamer name is Eli Panda. But when we started his YouTube channel, there were several people with that name already. So we just made it Eli Panda Gaming. He's got like 9 subscribers now. But he's uploading like 4 gaming videos a day. He's very serious about it. When school starts back again, maybe he'll be down to a few videos a week. But right down during the summer, he's pretty gung-ho about it. Well, the nice thing about gaming videos, you don't really have to edit them very much. But my son is 8 and he's learned a lot, but I still need to help him uploading his videos. I think within a few weeks he'll be doing his own. He's learned a lot. How to adjust his webcam and how to record the game on his computer with his webcam at the same time. We have software for that. So he's learning a lot about computers and the internet. But I still need to help him a lot. So it's taken away some time I have from making videos for myself, which is okay. I put priority on helping him. And having said that, my daughter wants to start her own YouTube channel. She's 5. So she likes to play Roblox, which is a younger kid's game online. My son likes to play a little more advanced games. And my daughter likes to dance a lot, so I'm sure she'll be posting videos about that. Anyways, that's why I needed more computers for my house. I got 2 very good gaming computers, but we need some more. But if you go on the HP website or any website, all gaming computers, regardless of the cost, if you wanted to buy the highest end one, completely sold out. And that's because they can't backfill the orders. They can't get the ICs. And when you got companies like HP and Dell, they can't get the ICs. Even Apple's struggling. You can't get the ICs. The smaller companies are really in trouble because these companies want to service the big companies first. It's just the way it works in anything. And you might say, well, Apple won't have no problem. Yeah, they will. They may have some of their own IC manufacturing, but the shortage is not just in wafers. It's the other supplies that go with it. The copper, the lead frames. Not to mention that the prices have gone up 30 to 50% on this stuff. Supply and demand. So everybody's paying more for their ICs right now. Well, what that means is consumer products pricing is going to go up. It's going to be passed along. But so even companies like Apple, because they may be able to make some of their own ICs and also use their strength to strangle suppliers. But if their suppliers can get copper and lead frames, which have a long lead time now and also very high cost, then they're out of business too, because they can't make everything. You got 2 or 3 levels of suppliers that go into these supply chains. Yeah. So much people out hiking. Amazing how much stuff they have. So guess some people came out sleep overnight. They do have some campsites on the trail. I can hear the waterfall. I'm kind of excited about that. It might be pretty nice, not much prettier waterfall than usual because of all the rain. Like I said on my last vlog, it's been raining non-stop. Look at this section here. How would you like to be running up on this thing and falling? It would cut you to shreds. And this is Texas trails. We call them rock gardens. Well, most Texas trails, it's loose rocks. This one is close to the lake's edge, so there's a lot of erosion and the rock stays together. It's just like it's growing out of the ground. It's very jagged. So you definitely need trail shoes out here. You can run in road shoes, you need a rock plate. I usually use my Olympus because it's very wide, 4 foot. I've run out here and other trail shoes like the Lone Peaks, and if you're challenged about the Lone Peaks is if it doesn't have much underneath your foot. If you turn your foot just a little bit on a jagged rock, you'll really feel it. It's a nice day today. It's hot, but as soon as I arrived, the clouds came out, blocked the sun. And this trail has quite a bit of canopy, or covers most of it anyways. So the sun's sure out today, but it's getting blocked. Every once in a while it peeks through, like right here. Yeah, I'm slowing down a little bit so I can talk more, and I don't want to fall in this section. Put you out for a couple months. Some sections of this trail I like to kind of power hike, and then the front half, and also when I turn around and go back, pick up the pace some. This is a better section here. So if you like my videos, I appreciate if you like and subscribe, comment on my videos. Even if it's negative feedback, it's better than nothing. I'm trying to build up my channel to at least 1,000 subscribers so that I can do some live streaming. The YouTube requirement is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view time in 1 year. I'm realistic. I know that it'll probably take me over a year to get there, but I'll keep at it. I'm still doing my podcast, kind of half and half. I'll probably start doing video podcasting, and then I'll save my audio file to my podcast feed. So I'm still doing both. Another podcast have slowed down a little bit, but haven't been racing very much. That will pick up, especially when I start putting my audio tracks from my videos on my podcast stream. So my 62 podcast, you can find it on Apple Podcasts, which is probably about 75% of where people find me. I know that because my host, Anchor, gives me the statistics. But you can also find me on about 6 other podcast apps, such as Google Podcast, Breaker. Can't remember the other ones. Quite a few of them though. But Apple Podcast is number 1. I mean, if you're in podcasting, that's where most people, 75% of people will find everyone's podcast, not just including mine. But Anchor is my platform. You can also find me on Spotify. I use Anchor to record my podcast, but they're immediately uploaded to Spotify. And the reason for that is because Spotify owns Anchor. So So Spotify, Breaker, Apple Podcasts. There are a few others I just can't remember right now. Anyways, I appreciate everyone listening to my stuff, either podcast or watching my videos on YouTube. I enjoy it. I'm not doing it for money or anything, even if I wanted to. Pretty far from that. My kind of end goal is I'd like to get big enough where, like some of the trail running podcasts where, you know, they're getting sent shoes to test and stuff like that. That'd be a nice perk, being able to test shoes and stuff like that. Of course, you get to keep the shoes, so test equipment, because it's my hobby. Being able to test many brands, like some of the podcasts out there that I watch, you know, like Seth D. Moore. He's more of a road guy, but he's also a trail guy. He's getting like a couple pairs of shoes a day to test. I think that's pretty cool, because I'm a shoe junkie. And of course, I couldn't afford to just buy all those shoes every day. I mean, I buy a lot of shoes now, but to test shoes, and also they're getting shoes before they're even released. One of the podcasts I follow, well, Seth, you know, he's got 100,000 subscribers, but he doesn't focus on trails very much, even though he won Pikes Peak, and he's mostly a road guy. But he gets shoes before they're even released. I mean, he tested the Clifton 8 a month ago. It just got released. These guys are getting Lone Peak 5 before anyone. Even if they're a road guy, they're getting them before everyone. So anyways, that's my end game. I'd like to get to a point where I can test a lot of equipment, or more than I do now, and branch it out from there. Do some live streaming. I might get into live streaming via Twitch. My cousin, which is also a gamer, he live streams on Twitch. And if you live stream on Twitch, you can shoot the feed to YouTube. So that's one way of getting around the 1,000 subscribers. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. So I may start live streaming on Twitch. I've seen some people, some runners do it. I've seen some weightlifters doing it. I might run a live stream from my gym. My gym's getting pretty cool now. It's in my garage, and there ain't no room for anything else anymore. I'm never gonna park a car in there again, that's for sure. But I got all kinds of weight equipment. I recently put in a boxing gym. My son's very interested in boxing, so teaching him. Even my wife's hitting the bag. So interesting story is, boxing is what got me into running. A lot of people don't know that. But in college, my fraternity, Sigma Chi, we made money from hosting fight nights every year. And I was leadership in the fraternity. Everybody wants to fight the leader of the fraternity, president of the fraternity, or consul as we call him. And so that's how I got into fighting. It was real fighting too. We trained. I fought the president of another fraternity. I didn't win. Funny story is, I get to pick who I fight. I didn't do my research. I picked somebody that was an expert in Taekwondo. Of course, it wasn't MMA, but he was pretty good at boxing. It was kind of a draw. He didn't knock me out or anything. And but those years of boxing, that's how I injured my rotator cuff on my left side. That's the only injury I've had my whole life. I mean, I did 12 years of motorcycle racing. I mean, I've always been doing crazy shit. But the only serious injury I got is a rotator cuff injury. And even today, it troubles me. If I try to lift a lot of weight on a bar, bench press, it bothers me some. Bothered me a little bit swimming the other day. So, boxing is a rough sport. And, but if you do it right, you don't train too much too fast like I did, and you don't just throw jabs with the same arm when you're in trouble for 3-minute rounds. You won't injure your shoulder. Tell you what, when you see these guys going 12 rounds, I was watching the Conor McGregor and Mayweather fight yesterday, and Tyson Fury fight against Dayton Taylor. These guys going 10 rounds. I went 3 3-minute rounds and I was in shape, and that's the longest 3 minutes of your life. When you're fighting, man, it's so intense. Anyways, boxing is a heck of a workout, and so I'm trying to train my son the correct way of doing everything. Not that I want him to fight anybody, but definitely get a heck of a workout, learn how to protect themselves, learn how to hit the bag right. I've got an 80-pound, really nice Everlast bag and a nice speed bag. I'll do a video on that. Well, actually, I got some short videos showing that already. Creek crossing here. Really careful here. This is the area you see your snake friends. Like a dang jungle. But anyways, it's crazy. I get to pick who I fought in college, and I mean, I could have picked anyone. We didn't do weight classes, but anyways, this is very legit. We teamed up with the Arlington Boys Club, so I'm in his Golden Gloves fighting, and professional ring, everything. And we made a lot of money for our fraternity every year, and we donated most of it to charity. It was a really good deal. Anyways, that's how I got into boxing. So just like in Rocky, I used to run. Everybody wants Rocky movies. You gotta run a lot, train, right? Well, that's what we did. I started to enjoy running, the training, gave up boxing, and the running kind of stuck with me. So that's how I got into running. No shit, that's the truth. Waterfalls up here. Oh.
Hi there.
No longhorns today, huh?
No. Usually we have a dumpster.
This is a section of the Goodwater Trail that's, they don't really keep it up. I don't like running like this too much. It's like running a gauntlet. The waterfall's over here though. Right here's where the longhorns usually are. But they're not out today. Must be enjoying the shade. Well, you can hear the waterfall. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, to run the trail, you got to run up the waterfall. And then the trail starts again. You can see it's very pretty. The waterfall goes all the way down to the lake. There's a trail that goes down there. We'll see if we can go down there. I'm turning around now. Yeah.
We've all seen the falls.
Yeah, excuse me, sorry.
Sure.
Just noticed I forgot to start my Garmin Phoenix watch. Stupid. I'll just have to manually put in the miles. Sometimes when you get so focused on I'll start my watch now. Get so focused on filming that I forgot to start my watch. Crockett Garden Falls, I guess that's what they're called. Yeah, the guy that went down there had his German Shepherd with him. Yeah. It's a much better idea. Dog scare everything away. Seems like that was wasted. Yeah, I'm not gonna go up there. Yeah, I just stopped my watch. I'm not gonna deal with it right now. Put it on the wrong setting. Yeah, kind of disappointed the longhorns aren't out today. They're beautiful animals, really big ones too. Horns about 4 foot long. Indian blanket flowers. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Today's Sunday, my time. Beautiful cactus. But I'm going to end the video now. Hope everybody has a great week. And enjoy your run or your bike, or whatever you do for fitness. But the most important thing is to keep active. Take care.